There is a source, not a God with a face, not a being with a plan, but the root of all roots unmanifested. It is not light or darkness, nor male or female. It is not void because even the void implies space. It is not silence because silence assumes the absence of sound. It is beyond absence and presence, beyond knowing and unknowing. It is not asleep. It does not dream. It does not wait. It is. From this state, this unstate, everything emerges, not in a moment, not in time, not with intent, but as a spontaneous event, a rupture without cause, the spark, the first motion, the ripple that became creation. Kabbalah calls it Ein Sofi, infinite. Before there were Sephiroth, before there was light. Ein Sof simply was not in any way that can be spoken. It is not a creator, it is the abyss from which creation arises. Even the light of creation, the Or Ein Sof, is already a veiling, already a movement toward manifestation, already a limitation. Tantra speaks of Shiva without Shakti, a stillness, a consciousness untouched by thought, sensation, or identity. This Shiva, in its purest form, is not a deity but a principle. It is what is left when all form, function, and feeling dissolved, when even awareness folds into itself and vanishes. In the writings of Pseudo Dionysius, we hear of the divine darkness. He says God is beyond being. Not that God exists in a greater way than us, but that existence itself is a veil. The closer one moves to the divine, the more language fails. Affirmation must give way to negation, until even negation becomes too much. This is not unique to one path. The Taoists spoke of the tool that cannot be named. Not the Tao as nature, not as order, not even as balance, but the Tao before Tai, the source before source. Mystical Islam speaks of the Sat essence, before the names, before the attributes. The Sat is unknowable, and yet it is all things. It manifests as the 99 names, but none of them contain it. Even Buddhism, in some of its higher teachings, especially Dzogchen and Mahamudra, points not to emptiness as nihilism, but to primordial non-dual awareness, a field without a subject or object, in which all things appear, change, and vanish. All of these paths, in their deepest layers, point to the same truth, that behind gods, behind energies, behind the light and the shadow, there is a stillness that is not still, a silence that is not silent, a presence that is not present. It cannot be loathed, feared, named, or grasped, but from it comes love, from it comes fear, from it come God's worlds, time, space, and self, and to return is not to worship it, but to dissolve into it, to disappear into the unmanifested origin of all.